Hi again, everyone, and welcome to Litter Media Live here on YouTube. Live. I'm Dan Ramey. He's Aaron Glandon. Good to have you here today. Thank you for joining us. Glad you came back.
I work here.
Oh, that's right.
This is my job.
We keep paying him to come back. I guess it's a good thing. I want to take a moment, and I'm going to start right out of the gate here, correcting something that I mentioned yesterday. I did correct it in the comments below. But Tracy Morgan was the name I was trying to think of yesterday when we were talking about Monday Night Football.
And you said Tracy Jordan.
I did. And I that wasn't the first opportunity. I was guessing at his name. I can't remember what the first one was, but Tracy Morgan. We were talking about the Manning cast, which they did not do last night. So They may be back this coming Monday as they describe the Bengals game, which will be on Monday of next week.
Who are they playing? Who are the Bengals playing?
I can't remember. So you're trying to lure me into making an incorrect statement again. That's what it is. So who are they playing? I can't remember. We just talked about this less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah. It's not the Steelers, is it?
Well, they just played the Steelers.
Right. Okay. That's what I'm thinking of.
I have
no idea then.
It's one of the other 30 teams. We know that it's not the Bengals. We know it's not
the Commanders.
It's not the Commanders.
I can tell you that right now.
It's not the Steelers. It's not the Browns. Okay, so we've whittled it down to 28 other teams it could possibly be.
Just throw one out there as a guess.
I don't know.
I'm going to say Cardinals.
You're going to no, because the Steelers are playing the Cardinals next week.
See, we narrowed it down again. Let's just keep going until we figure it out.
We're down to 27.
It's like a logic puzzle.
Yeah. For some reason, I want to say maybe Baltimore. Does that sound right?
They're in the same division.
This is starting to bother me. Someone surely watching knows off the top of their head.
They're screaming at us through their screen.
Yes, they're doing their best to say this as quickly as they can and as loudly as they can. And so I'm going through a process of elimination here, continuing through. I have found, and it is Jacksonville.
I was about to say that.
That was as close to Baltimore as we could get, wasn't it?
Yes.
So the Bengals and Jacksonville Jaguars coming up next Monday night. All right. So we've wasted a lot of time here at the start of the show correcting something that I misspoke on yesterday. We just want to get it right. We're telling you about the good things going on in our community, and of course that not only includes news, but also some sports. And thank you to the Nathaniel Massey chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution. We have our Revolutionary War moment today coming up at the end of the show. But first, let's take a look at the forecast. It's cold outside.
It is very cold. I think I saw snow flutters in the sky this morning.
Did you say flutters?
Yeah, what's the word?
Flurries.
Yeah, that's what it said.
A fluttering of flurries. I did see some today. I was pumping gas. And why is it that you always decide to get gas when it gets cold? Mm-hmm. You know, and that wind is kicking right through you when you're standing there at the pump. That's where you look for a full-service gas station. Might be the best way to go. Much colder today. Our high only to reach around 29 degrees or so. According to the graph here, it looks like 27.
That's below freezing.
Yeah. And our lows tonight will be around 20 degrees overnight. But it's going to start to slowly warm up. We'll be into the 30s and 40s. In fact, by the end of this week, we'll be seeing 50 degrees as a high.
And you can break out your shorts again.
You can do. You know, I've not worn shorts for quite some time. People have no reason to see my legs.
Okay.
So, yeah. If I can keep people from seeing my legs, I think it's a positive thing.
It's probably been about a month since I've worn shorts.
A month. I see. I haven't been on vacation anywhere to wear shorts. You know, sometimes I'll do that for several years. So.
Right. Maybe Mike Smith is wearing shorts right now.
I guarantee he's wearing shorts right now. Because last I heard, where he's on assignment, it was 75 degrees. Must be nice.
I want to go on assignment there.
That would be nice. But remember, when he goes on assignment, he pays for his assignment. Coming up in a moment, we had a special water delivery yesterday in Bainbridge. We'll explain coming up in news. But first, we want to tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. If you have discomfort in your environment, in your home, that's involving the heat, maybe it's not warm enough in there right now, or if it's too hot when it should be cooler, if it's too wet when it should be drier, they can take care of this for you. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it takes you right to their website to learn more. News next.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our Kingston National Bank mobility app today.
You haven't had vodka soda like this. No one has. Made with the world's smoothest vodka plus real juice. New White Claw Vodka Soda.
For transportation options in Ross County, call Ross County Health District's Mobility Management Team, 740-779-9652.
Find a career you love with Pickaway-Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway-Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Well, in news today, we want to give you the opportunity to learn more. Simply go to littermedia.com. You can find our social media as well, Facebook, Litter, Twitter, Litter X now, as well as here on YouTube. But one of the things that you'll see on our YouTube channel is classic brands. We took the Litter Media cameras out to Bainbridge yesterday. One of our fine sponsors is Classic Brands. Anheuser-Busch making a special delivery, and 98 cases of water. You see it right there for the Bainbridge Fire Department. Max Litter from Classic Brands explains.
This is Anheuser-Busch's finest canned emergency relief water. They are in partnership with the National Volunteer Fire Council. Nationwide, they have pledged to donate about 25 million cans of this water. We're set to have about 122,000 of those distributed in our local communities in the Great Lakes region. So I'm very happy to be here today presenting these. One of about 98 for you guys.
Thank you very much.
Very welcome. We appreciate everything you do for the community.
We thank you guys. It's very greatly appreciated.
So far this year, we've responded to about 500 emergencies combined between fire and EMS. About 25 of those being structure fires, and that's normally where we use most of this water. And of those 25, several of those have been mutual aid as well. So it's not only helping the Bainbridge community, but it's helping neighboring communities when we go into other jurisdictions. And we use this, quite frankly, to hydrate our firefighters on those scenes.
No doubt, we definitely work up a thirst when we're working a fire.
Yeah, we're just thankful for the support of all those that made this possible. Any little bit, we are very eager to go after any grant we can, and this just helps contribute to that cause, and we're very thankful for that.
I'm very happy to support local volunteer fire organizations such as the one here in Bainbridge, and just really happy to work for a company that allows us to give back, and suppliers that really try to make a difference, not just on a national level, but also on a local level too, where it really counts.
Thanks, Classic Brands.
This is not the first delivery they've made. They've made several deliveries, one to Franklin Township Fire Department and also Harrison Township Fire Department. You can learn more about those on our Facebook page, on our YouTube channel. There are videos also of those presentations made at Harrison and Franklin. I did not crack one of the cans open to see what it tasted like, but Brandon, the assistant fire chief, he cracked one open, took a drink out of it, and he says, "It's amazing how good this water tastes."
I always thought Frankfurt had really good tasting water.
Uh-huh.
I don't like Chillicothe water as much.
Is that right? Spoken as a new resident of Chillicothe.
Yeah.
I will tell you that the one thing that Brandon was commenting on when he cracked that open is says, when you crack open a can, you don't think of it being water. You think of it being something else when your taste buds are waiting for something else. But he says, this might be the best water I've tasted. This is really good stuff.
When I was in college, there's this brand of water in a can that everybody drank.
Oh, yeah?
Everybody drank it. And it doesn't look like water, the can. You'd think it's like an energy drink.
Ah, gotcha. It's the true energy drink.
Yeah.
The purest thing you can drink.
Absolutely.
Water. And we need to drink that every day. Ohio Christian University has something special for you this weekend. It is their Festival of Carols, Love's Pure Light, this Saturday and Sunday. It'll be in the Ministry and Performing Arts Center, just east of Circleville at the OCU campus there. The concert features choirs, soloists, instrumentalists, and an orchestra. Now, the concert begins at 6 o'clock Saturday and 3 o'clock Sunday, but they'll have music for a half hour prior to. Some of the events I've been to before at OCU, they have orchestra playing out in the lobby area while you walk in. It's really entertaining. So if you'd like to learn more, this is a ticketed event. You do have to have a ticket. It's a free event, though. But if you go to their website, ohiochristian.edu, you can get tickets right there. Don't forget that this Friday, it's the 39th annual Rock for Tots at the Majestic Theater. This concert charity auction has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars during its lifetime.
And we have interviews and videos from you on our YouTube where people can learn more.
Correct. And even on our Facebook page as well, where we did a Facebook Live sit-down with Paul Pollard, the organizer for Rock for Tots. And Paul's been a great friend over the years. And to see, I think at some point in time they had 45 different children's charities benefiting from the proceeds that are raised during Rock for Tots. And it wouldn't bat my eye at all to see if they raised $100,000 this year. That would be awesome.
A lot of money.
Absolutely awesome. And it all stays right here in our communities as well. It's just $10 to get in at the door. You can get $5 tickets available at majesticchillicothe.net or through the Ross-Chillicothe Convention and Visitors Bureau. And don't forget, they also have Phil Dirt and the Dozers coming up at the Majestic Theater. That will be on Saturday at 7:30. If you've never seen Phil Dirt and the Dozers, you got to make time to get there. In fact, I'd be surprised if there's any tickets left for this show. But Phil Dirt and the Dozers, always fun, and a holiday tradition here in Chillicothe. The Chillicothe and Ross County Public Library has a full week of activities at their main and their branch locations as well. The fun and educational activities got underway yesterday and continue through the week. You can see this on our Facebook page so that you can peruse through and see what you might want to participate in at the Chillicothe and Ross County Public Libraries. The Chillicothe Art League will have their holiday show. It's opening this Thursday, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Pump House Center for the Arts in Yaktangi Park. You can meet the artists, maybe even get a gift item for Christmas at the Pump House. The city of Circleville is now accepting applications for their lateral transfers from other jurisdictions for the position of firefighter 2 and paramedic. The deadline to apply is Friday, December 8th. You can visit circlevillegov.gov/employment to obtain the lateral transfer application packet. Shawnee Lanes in Chillicothe is hosting a canned food drive from now through December 22nd. All donations go to families in need. You'll see this detailed information on our Facebook page. Also on our Facebook page, a holiday painting fundraiser for the new Garnet A. Wilson Public Library in Pike County. It's planned for 6 to 8 p.m. on Tuesday, December 5th at the Pike County Senior Center on Clough Street there in Waverly. You can paint a special picture for the season with friends and have a great time at $35 per person. One half of the proceeds will go toward construction of the new library that's being planned in Waverly. To register, call them at 947-4921. There is a 740 area code there. Ross County Christian Academy is hosting their second annual Christmas cookie sale to benefit their school band. Online orders can be placed through December 11th. Just call the school for more information. Again, you can find this information on our Facebook page. And a reminder for you that Bellevue Avenue will be closed throughout the day today until 4 o'clock. That is Bellevue closed from Grand Avenue to Brookside Road, where they continue to do that construction work there. All right, that's a look at the news stories for the day. You can always find more at littermedia.com. As we mentioned, our Facebook as well as Litter X, or formerly Twitter, and here on YouTube as well. Coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at sports. But first, Scioto Valley Dumpsters. If you've got a cleanup job that needs to be done, in some instances, they'll come and clean up for you. But if you want to do all the work yourself, give them a call. They'll bring a dumpster to your location, whether it be residential or commercial. 740-253-8389. Once you fill that up or put everything in it that you want, they'll come and haul it away. Job done. You'll be satisfied. Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 740-253-8389. Sports next. Each week, Litter Media presents the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Player of the Week. If you have an athlete to nominate, any amateur athlete is eligible. Simply visit littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. At the end of the year, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Make your nominations now at littermedia.com. Click on Player of the Week.
At Country Clipper, pride runs deep. We take pride in knowing our mowers help create a space for families to make memories. That our features transform mowing into an enjoyable experience. Most importantly, we take pride in knowing the decision to purchase a Country Clipper will be one you can be proud of for years to come. Country Clipper zero-turn mowers.
Time now for sports. Let's get right to it. A shout out to Wright State basketball player and Chillicothe Cavalier Brandon Knoll. He was named the Gulf Coast Showcase All-Tournament Team after averaging 17.3 points per game last week. He shot 58% and added 5.7 rebounds per game and 1.3 blocks per game while playing 100 minutes over 3 Florida contests. In just 39 games, Knoll is averaging 12.9 points per game, a career total of 503. Remember, he was the Horizon League Freshman of the Year this past season. He's off to a great start. Raiders are not off to a great start. They're 2-4. They prepare to host IUPUI on Wednesday. Otterbein senior Cam Evans has been voted OAC Player of the Week. The St. Trace grad averaged 18.5 points, 7.5 rebounds, and a couple of steals across a pair of games with Denison and Kenyon. He also shot 45% from the field and 88% from the free throw line. He is currently 83 points away from 1,000 for his career at Otterbein. Up next, a trip for the Cardinals to Capital University this coming Saturday afternoon. Congratulations to Cam Evans. I like the shorter hair on Cam Evans, but he's got that full manly beard now, too.
That's a great beard.
That is a really good beard. High school girls basketball results can be found on our website, littermedia.com. Just click where it says high school scores, but you'll see that Miami Trace picked up a win over Waverly. Huntington defeated Wellston last night. Eastern fell to Greene. Portsmouth West over Vinton County. Leesburg, Fairfield, Lynchburg, Clay, Alexander, all amongst the winners from last night's activities. We're still looking for South Gallia Valley and New Boston, Fairview, Kentucky. If you've got those scores, please let us know. The Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Pro Football Hall of Fame announced a new 3-year contract that will keep the OHSAA Football State Championships in Canton at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium through 2026. We were talking about this stadium yesterday. That's a high school stadium.
That's very large for a high school stadium.
That's probably the best high school stadium in Ohio, would be my guess. But that's not as big as they have in Texas for high school football.
Right.
A crazy, crazy state. Everything's bigger in Texas, they say.
Look at that press box, though.
Yes, very nice. Very nice. One day, we'll get there with one of our teams. Looking forward to that.
Adena High School.
It could be next year. The agreement includes 2 option years. The current 3-year contract is set to expire after this week's state finals, but then they'll be there again through 2026. And the Blue Jackets skated past Boston yesterday, 5-2 win. All the Blue Jackets needed was for Mike to go on the road.
Yeah, without Mike talking about them, they pulled out a win.
It's amazing. All right, more sports available on our website, littermedia.com, and as well here on YouTube. You can find highlights from all of our games this past football season. The start of the season, I was producing a lot of those, and then when Aaron came on board, I think you took over around, was it the Logan Elm Bloom Carroll game?
That was the first one I did.
That was the first one, yeah. The reason for that was because Tom Beard was out. I was filling in for him. I couldn't participate as far as shooting video, so I said, let's give the kid a try. And he's done well. You panned out.
Well, there was a lot of zooming and not so much panning.
I was talking about the gold panning.
Oh, right.
Yes, we found a nugget right there. He's our nugget. All right, coming up, a look at our Revolutionary War moment next.
At Rathkamp Financial, we provide wealth management services that may ease clients' fears of financial loss and help them retire comfortably. Our greatest satisfaction comes from working with clients for many years and helping them realize their dreams.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, oh, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Worth it if you enjoy it. Michelob Ultra.
You may not remember this, but back during our radio days, we used to have Office Olympics. And part of the Office Olympics, one of the stations I was at was Office Olympics. The other was Waiter-Waitress Olympics. And I think about that when I see the guy walking with all that in his hands trying to keep from spilling any of it.
Like an egg on a spoon. You try not to.
Egg on a spoon, 7 or 8 drinks on a tray, and you're trying to deliver them in a hurry.
Right.
And not spill them or drop them. When I was at Sunny 95, Bob Simpson was the morning man. He and Jane London had this special Office Olympics. And to watch them do the relay was hilarious. All the things you had to do. You had to put paper clips on here, and you had to do staplers. This was all before the digital age. So you were doing all these office-type things like they used to do, sending somebody to the mailroom. Who has a mailroom anymore? It's all email. So,
well, I worked at the mailroom in college.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it anything like the mailroom in Elf?
Kind of.
Was it?
A little bit. When you had to go in the back and sort packages, it was kind of like that.
But it didn't have that aroma that Buddy the Elf talks about?
No. And we didn't have flasks that we were drinking out of or anything.
Okay. And he thought it was syrup, right?
Right.
It was not. But I don't know if would Indiana Wesleyan let you have a flask of syrup?
I doubt it. They'd take it from you and look in it to see what and smell. Make sure it was syrup.
Let me investigate this for you. Just go, oh, no, this isn't going to do anything for you. We'll hold this for later.
Yeah.
A guy at the TSA agent did this to my wife one day. We're going through, we're getting ready to make this trip to Florida. And so he's going through her purse, some of the items that are in there. One of the items was a Payday candy bar. And he says, I'm sorry, we'll have to confiscate this. And she had a serious look on her face. I said, he's kidding, honey. But I did get stopped. I had something in my computer bag I forgot about. I had
What
like
was
a 4-way screwdriver. And I completely forgot that it was in. It's kind of like the guy that says, "Well, I forgot about that gun that I don't know how it got in there." But I remember putting the screwdriver in there because I would use my computer whenever we would do game broadcasts. There would be times in which I needed to have tools to be able to do things. Sometimes we would have to repair a phone line to be able to do a broadcast. And so I had it in my compartment. There was a little slide compartment underneath the computer bag, and that's where it was. And
what'd they do with it?
Well, they kept it. I saw it up on the X-ray machine, the whole deal. One of the cool things was one of the TSA guys looking at it was a former Cavalier, Nate Eddy. And he's sitting there, and he sees it come through, and he says, "This isn't going to work, Mr. Ramey." I'm like, great, I've lost a screwdriver.
And you get no financial compensation for that or anything?
There was none whatsoever.
Man.
You couldn't go put it in a locker and then go back.
Right.
It's gone.
That stinks.
That's the government stepping in and protecting our airways is what they were doing there. And it was my fault. All right, on to our revolutionary moment, Revolutionary War history. In December of 1775, it makes its debut. Do you see it right there? Look in the middle of the photo, and you see the first official American flag, raised on the naval vessel Alfred. I was telling Aaron I wanted to see what Alfred looked like.
Alfred's a good-looking boat.
Yes. Is that Alfred with 3 sails, or is that...
I think there's like 50 boats in this picture.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to tell for sure. But one thing we can see are the red, white, and blue, the flag with 13 red and white stripes with crosses of St. George and St. Andrew.
Now, I don't think this is a Betsy Ross original.
No, because Betsy had the
stars and stripes.
Stars in a circle.
Right.
With the 13 colonies.
Right.
But the 13 stripes, that remains. Now, it says 13 red and white stripes. I would think red's the first one and the last one, so there's probably more red than there is white.
Right. I think it's 13 red stripes.
No, it's 13 total stripes.
Sure.
So you would have 7 red and 6 white.
We'll go with that.
To make 13.
Yep.
Okay. Just want to make sure we have our patriotic information correct. Because it is, after all, the first American flag. 1775. Thank you again to the Nathaniel Massey chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution as we close in on the 250th birthday of America. I heard one of my friends was preaching this past weekend, Danny Gamble, and we had our combined service where we have 5 local churches getting together for one. And all of our churches we have small congregations, but we decided we need to get together. And we have, and we've had some fantastic services in doing so. But he talked about the bicentennial of America back in 1976. And it seems like yesterday, but it's now almost 50 years ago.
And that was a major plot point in Rocky.
It was.
It was the bicentennial.
You are correct, sir. The city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, where the Freedom used to play. I'm trying to remember the Philadelphia Freedom. Were they a professional tennis team?
I've never heard of them until 5 seconds ago. So,
you've heard Elton John.
I've heard Elton John.
So Philadelphia Freedom.
What song is that in?
What song is that in?
Yeah.
That's the title of the song, isn't it?
Oh.
Philadelphia
Well, I don't
Freedom.
know that one.
Yeah, okay. You have heard of Elton John,
I could
though.
sing Crocodile Rock for you.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
I'm not going to, but I could.
Plus, we don't have the rights to it, so, that's one more reason for us not to do that. So, all right, that's it for the program today. We do have some special shows planned for you tomorrow. One of those that you'll be able to find on our YouTube channel a little bit later on, it's going to be pre-recorded. So we had that conversation this afternoon. I remember, was it 2 weeks ago? Maybe 3 weeks ago, Armed Forces Brewing Company. I want to say that you guys shared that news. It was a day I was not here.
I remember talking about it.
And so we're going to talk with the owner, one of the owners, and we're going to share that interview with you hopefully sometime tomorrow here on YouTube. And we also have a visit with Pickaway County Visitors Bureau. We'll stop in tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and then we'll have our regular show here for a Wednesday. So a lot ahead for you, and all reasons to keep tuned to Litter Media, not only here on YouTube, but also on our Facebook page on Litter X, and you can check us out on radio as well. A lot of these interviews that we do and special shows, you can hear the audio of those programs on Litter Media Radio. It is internet-based. There's an app for your smartphone or your mobile device, whichever the case may be, and you can also find it on our website. Just go to littermedia.com, click where it says Litter Media Radio. It's Dan and Mike, like you remember us. Pre-Aaron Glandon.
Well, today it'll be Dan and Aaron.
It will be Dan and Aaron, yes. And you'll wonder where Mike is. So, but he's on assignment. And we'll be back with us next week. All right. So until our next program, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for listening as well here on